Hey there, YouTube yogis. Happy day. Tina here, Tina's Yoga Room. Today's class, we're going to do yoga with no hands, so you will not be bearing any weight on the hands, no pressure on the wrists. This class is pretty easy to follow, so if you're pretty new to yoga, you should do just fine. We're gonna start at the top of the mat, bring the toe mounds to touch, keep a space at the heels, and palms are gonna press at heart center. Let's take one big breath in through the nose. Open mouth, sigh it out. Just welcome yourself onto your mat. Let's open class with a chair pose. So the knees are going to bend and the arms reach up overhead. Now, if this is ever too much on the shoulders, the hands can stay at heart center. We're working on building some strength at the tops of the legs. Pull your navel towards your spine, a little lift through each of the toes, and relax your shoulders. With your next exhale, let's take a dive down. So hands towards the mat, separate the feet hips width distance or wider. Find a generous bend at the knees and then take a hold of the elbows. Really release and hang forward here. You can rock side to side, sway the torso side to side, shake the head, move around the jaw. And then find yourself back at center. Let the arms release down towards the mat. Keep the chin tucked and then rise slowly up to standing. So you'll feel each vertebrae stack on top of the next. Inhale those arms up overhead. And exhale, again, walk the toe mounts in towards touch and hands at heart center. Let's revisit chair pose by bending into the knees, but this time we'll basket the hands behind your head. Press the head back into the arms. Let the wings of your elbows spread nice and wide. And then with your exhale, just take a little lean over towards the right. Opening some space for left side. Keep pressing the arms back. Inhale, come back to center. Let's extend those arms and bring hands to heart. Pick up your right foot and let the ankle rest on top of that left thigh. So you've got your standing figure 4. You can stay nice and tall here, building balance, or you take it lower towards a lower chair pose. Then let's inhale yourself back up, kick this right leg out in front of you, and then let it step all the way to the back of the mat. Rest your hands at your hips and heel toe this left foot a little wider so you have a nice solid base. Guide your right hip forward, stay high on the ball of that back foot, and then sweep those arms up to your high lunge. Let's flip your right palm to the ceiling, circle it with left hand, inhale, reach up, and take a side lean over towards the left on your exhale. Inhale back to center, lose the bind. Let's drop your back heel down so you're now in your warrior 2. Set a soft gaze over those front fingertips and let the tailbone press straight down between the feet. Guide that left knee open so it doesn't collapse inward. Now straighten your front leg, flip that front palm and reach up and back. So you're reversing your triangle pose. Notice how my left ear and my face is closer to the left arm. I'm not letting my head just drop back. Now come back to 2 straight arms. Rest the hands at the hips. Let the left toes face in so you've got parallel feet for a moment. And then let those right toes face back. We're going to take one pose facing the back end of your mat. Bend into that right knee so you're in your warrior 2, arms wide. Side angle, glide out, right elbow to thigh, left arm up and over. So you really want to open the torso up towards the ceiling. Hips are pressing towards the side end of the mat. And then inhale yourself back up, warrior 2. Hands to hips, and then let's pause with a straight leg and those right toes in. So you've got parallel feet with the heels kicking out, and then let's let the heels fall in. So all 10 toes are facing out. Bend at the knees to find goddess legs, and then bend at the elbows to find goddess arms. We're gonna work towards an eagle wrap. So you can simply bring the forearms to touch. If you've got further to go, it's that right elbow dipping underneath the left one. We're gonna move here. So keep the toes light. Inhale, lift the chest and gaze. And then exhale, curl in, elbows towards the belly. Inhale again, lift up and back. And exhale, curl in. And just one more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale back to center, let the arms go wide. Hands to hips, straighten the front leg. Right toes are gonna face the side end of the mat, left toes all the way forward. Your body is facing the side of the mat, arms wide, triangle pose. Glide out with a straight leg, right arm up and left hand just lightly inside the leg. Breath in takes you all the way up, hands to hips, and then look forward, take a big step, return to the top of the mat. With those arms up overhead, let the left palm face the ceiling, and now the right hand takes that wrist up, and exhale, lean to the right. We're gonna work towards an optional balance here. Stepping your left toes off the side of the mat can help you lean further right. And going for that balance, bring all the weight into your right foot as you float that left one off the mat. Now let's cross left foot in front of right foot and let the hands rest at the hips. Step the feet wider apart, further apart from each other, and bend this front knee. Guide right hip forward. Chest up, inhale. Exhale, we're gonna lean out. So you can find maybe halfway, this is gonna be your pose. You might be able to take it where the fingertips or the hands can place on the mat. Now you can also bring the backs of the hands to touch if that's a little bit easier on the wrists, or you can take a hold of those opposite elbows again. Let's let the arms go long. Bring the hands up to your hips. A nice flat back. Come all the way up to standing. And now we're going to uncross the legs by bending into the knees. Just jump yourself back to center. Hands find heart. Inhale to find your chair pose. Basket those hands behind the head. Opposite thumb on top. Press the head back. Elbows wide. Exhale. Lean over towards the left. So you're feeling this right elbow lift up towards the ceiling and pressing behind you. Inhale, center. Let's bring hands to heart. Lift this left foot up and take the ankle to the top of right thigh. So finding your balance with figure 4, you could also challenge balance by taking it a little lower. Now as we come up, we're extending that left leg out and then step all the way back behind you. Let's wiggle this right foot wider so you get that nice alignment of that left hip coming forward, and then sweep the arms up for your high lunge. Left palm up to the ceiling, right hand circles that wrist up, and take a side lean right. Now come back to center, lose the bind, drop that back heel down so you come into your warrior 2. A nice bend of the front knee over that ankle, gaze over your front fingertips. And now let's straighten your front leg, flip that front palm in a big arc up and back to reverse your triangle pose.
Again, try not to let the head hang heavy. Keep neck in alignment with spine by drawing the ear closer to the right arm. And then let's come back to straight arms, hands to hips. Let's start by letting the right toes angle in, and then those left toes angle back. Let's find warrior two facing the back of the mat, but we'll take it further into your side angle. Reach forward, left elbow down, right arm all the way over. Press the hips towards the right. Open your heart up towards the ceiling. A breath in takes you back up to your warrior two. Pause with hands at hips, straighten that leg and let those toes come in. So we're going to set up for that same goddess stance. I'm just gonna hop around. So let the heels kick in. Find that bend into the knees, tailbone down, belly button in, elbows wide. We bring them to touch. You can always stay here, or we go with that left elbow underneath, eagle bind. Your breath in takes the arms up, gaze lifts as well, and the exhale to curl in. Take your time here. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, curl. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale back to center, let the arms unravel. And then just bend the elbows so you've got your true goddess pose. Option to take it further, stronger legs, by lifting the right heel off the mat. And then down. Left heel up. And down. And you got it, both heels up. And down. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms, and then bring hands to heart center. So I'm just gonna be facing the back end of my mat this time, but you'll stay as you are. Hands to hips, those left toes will face the side end of the mat, and the right toes will face all the way forward. Triangle pose, two straight legs. Turn your body to face the long end of the mat. Arms wide, glide out, left up, right down. Inhale takes you all the way up. Take a look to the top of the mat and then a big step, come all the way forward. So from the top of your mat, we're going to find some standing balances in tree pose. Let's take a hold of your right shin, open that knee out towards the side. The foot can land above the knee or below the knee. You might even like to just kickstand it on the mat, and hands find heart center. Feel the work of that left ankle keeping you strong and balanced. A variation of tree pose if you'd like it. Basket those hands behind the head again. Let the elbows go wide. And you can try to lift the chest a little higher. Back to center, hands to heart, and that right foot down, pedal it out. And to the other side. So let's take a hold of that left shin. Open up, foot at the same location, just not pressing against your knee. And hands to heart. Steady gaze. Going further, opposite thumb on top as you basket the head. Breath in, tilt chest up. Gaze can rise as well as the elbows press back. And then back to center. You can let the hands rest at heart, left foot down and pedal out. Now we'll reach up. Once more, left palm to the ceiling, left hand circles, reach up and dive to the left. Furthermore, you step your right foot wider, see if you can lean more. And then humbly balancing by lifting that right foot up. Right foot now crosses over the left as you rest hands to hips and then make some space between the feet. That front knee is going to bend, draw left hip forward, tilt the heart, inhale, and then take your lean out. So you can pause anywhere along the way. Hands may come down anywhere that's comfortable for the wrists, or you could again take the elbows.
Let the arms dangle down. Look down, hands to hips,
and then a breath in with a flat back, come all the way up. Then we're gonna jump to uncross and meet hands at heart center. So now we come down to sit any way that's comfortable for you. You can take a sweep up, a forward fold. You can come down one knee at a time. Any way that's comfortable. Once you're seated, those legs will be long out in front of you. Staff pose Dandasana, so we're going to press out through the heels. Traditionally, hands are down by your sides, but that could be a rough angle for the wrist. You can take the palm and let it face the ceiling. If either of that is not feeling good, just rest the hands somewhere on your body. Let's take a breath in to sit nice and tall, and then a simple chin tuck, chin down towards the chest. And inhale to look forward, and here's where we release into the forward fold. So you can rest the hands on the shins, the ankles, maybe on the way to the feet. And then a breath in to take you upright. Let's take right foot into the inner left thigh and sit here in this seated tree pose. Twist over towards that bent knee. The right hand can rest behind you. Sit up tall. If you don't need that right hand, it can wrap around your low back. Let's float that right arm up. So keeping the left hand at the knee reminds you to stay in your twist as we now add the side lean. If you feel you've got a good enough twist, maybe you release that left hand inside the leg. And then we'll come all the way up. Face forward, and let's swap. Right leg straight, left foot comes in, sit up nice and tall, activate your right foot, and then take your twist left. Either that left hand down or around the low back. Notice how I'm sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders are stacked over my hips. It's very easy to lose all of your core and find some rounding at the low back here. Do your best to sit slightly forward and tall. Now you'll keep your twist, left arm up, add the side lean. Then you can also release that right hand inside the leg. And then inhale yourself back up. Let's face forward, release that left leg. Bump your hips slightly forward so that when you lay down, your whole body is on the mat. Feet are going to be grounded and the right leg will float. So the hands are going to clasp somewhere behind the leg. Circle around right ankle, spread the toes. And then press the heel towards the ceiling as the toes drop down. So you're getting a lot of length behind the right leg. And then you can lose that bind behind the leg and drop right ankle to the top of that left thigh. So we've got this same figure 4 shape. Let's now pick up that left thigh, and as much as you're drawing this left leg towards you, see if you can use the strength of your right hip to press the right leg away from you. You could gently use the elbow to kind of prop up and press away. Just listen to the knee. You should feel no pain in either knee. I like to rock side to side here. And then we're going to tip all the way over towards the left side of the mat. So the feet and the legs ground down. You can keep left hand at the thigh, keeping it from falling down. And the right arm can open up into your twist. And then face the ceiling. Let's plant that left foot on the mat again so the right one can float. Give a quick circle. And then land right foot down as the left leg picks up. Again, basketing behind that leg. Find some movement in the ankle. Spread the toes. Point and flex. And then pausing with the heel up, toes down. Lengthening hamstring. And then releasing that left foot to the top of right thigh. And we now scoop up right thigh, pull in. So this is a stretch for the left outer hip. As much as you're drawing the right leg in, see if you can press that left leg away. And again, and always, no pain in the knees. A rock side to side if you liked that. And then we'll rock all the way over towards the right so that you can let the feet and the legs drop down. Gaze to the left, following that left arm. Right hand can hold that left leg up if it wants to fall down towards the floor or the mat. And then gazing up, let's replant that right foot so the left leg can shimmy into the air. Wrap the arms around both of your legs. Give a rock side to side. We can end with a happy baby. Feet face the ceiling. Take a hold of the feet. If that's not accessible, take a hold behind the thighs. And extend the legs nice and long out in front of you. Let the arms go down by your sides. Take a breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. Take just a few moments here in stillness, shavasana. And start to take another deep breath. Move around the body. Take a nice big stretch. Arms back, toes forward. Let's curl in and take a light landing on your right side.
and then all the way up to a comfortable seat. Thanks so much for joining in this practice today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Click the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.